Now, in capitalist philosophy, okay, let me ask you guys this: do you find talk from people like Adam Smith related to the white people being superior to black people? Do you find tenets of racism within capitalist philosophy when you go take econ classes in university? Do you find racist ideas in their texts? No, right? I mean,
No.
you don't find anything related to that. So why is it that these capitalist societies are fermenting racism, structural racism? That's the question.
I mean, I studied economics at university, right? So probably a good place to start is what was my experience of studying economics? Well, we spoke about Adam Smith, spoke about Marx and others in their theories and philosophies and modern day capitalism today as well. And you're right. There's no blatant, remarks of the white race being superior. But to me back then, I would never ever, would never envision capitalism to be a racist ideology. However, learning more, reading more, what you do find is one of the cruxes of capitalism is that, there is this difference between the capitalists being superior to the lower class and those that are the labor class, for example. And who are the capitalists? The capitalists are generically the white man. And when we say the white man,
can't argue with that.
The white man, sometimes, I used to have discussions before when people used to, I don't know whether you know, but when people say Gora and they say the white man, sometimes it comes across a bit derogatory and like, Muslim can be white. But we have to also understand is when we say white man, we're not talking about the color per se. We're talking about those elitists, those that have been at the top of the pyramid and have been, controlling the way the world and the order goes. Yeah. And their philosophy has always been, as Adam Smith said, is individualism. So they will do what is required for them to succeed, and at the expense of everyone else. So this is how,
and that is, I want the listeners to just pay attention to what JK just said. This is very important in regards to understanding capitalist ideology versus what Muslims and Islam teaches us. The number one principle in the capitalist ideology, the selfish center, everything emanates from that. That is their creed. That is their shahada. My interests, and how do I benefit? Exactly. If I do something that benefits my neighbor is happy. He'll be happy with me. He won't complain about me. That's not how Islam teaches us to be. Why we should be caring for our neighbor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is the employer who takes care of his workers, gives them a raise. He's giving them a raise because they will be better workers for him. You see how it comes back to him and himself, and how they will be better productivity in his industry, or in his enterprise.
Thing is, for Muslims, our criteria for actions is halal and haram. For capitalism, the criteria is expediency. Yeah. And like you said, it's all about me. What can I gain from it? To hell with the others.
Right. So if there weren't any black people in America, you think racism or oppression would take place? Absolutely. It would just find its way to different sectors of power. People who are poor and destitute and they're in bad economic situations. They would have been the people who bear the brunt of the systemic oppression that's taking place. Just like how on a macro level, we're seeing how in globalism we're seeing Western capitalist governments take advantage of all the various cheap labor that happens all across Asia and Africa, and Southeast Asia. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as slavery, but they just found out, oh, well, you know what? It doesn't come with a negative connotation as of the word slavery, but where instead of giving them $0, we're giving them 50 cents an hour.
Exactly.
One of the ways to look at it.
Sorry, go on.
another way to look at it is, whilst the theory in capitalism might not be apparently racist, actually capitalism and nationalism is what gives oxygen to racism.
Yeah.
Because these national borders and our national identity, and us thinking we're better than someone who is across the other side of the border, or even a capitalist thinking I'm more valuable than that person who is in poverty. That in itself gives the very oxygen that creates this, this us and them, creates this racism.